Oh, welcome back to Final Fantasy 15. We continue the adventure here, trying to cure my Chocobo. There's a moment when you're trying to actually do something, and then you get interrupted by the stupid arc and its teleportation. You probably found that every time you try and do something, you get run out of day and it just teleports you back to the arc.
Sarah, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I've been waiting for such a long time just to see you. But I'm coming home now. It's been a long journey and it's almost over. I've got so many things I want to tell you.
Yeah, me too.
Lightning, you're just like I remember. We haven't seen each other for so long, but you won't let on that you're glad.
You're my sister. You know me better than that. Like you always tell me, I don't wear my heart on my sleeve.
Yeah, the number of times Snow and I tried to get you to crack a smile, but we never could, except for that one time. You've always been like that, even when we were kids. But Light, when you've done your mission and I come back, promise me that you'll smile for me then, okay?
Sarah was right. Ever since I could remember, even as a child, I always kept my feelings deep inside. But this time, it wasn't a mask, and I wasn't hiding my joy. When I saw Sarah, I didn't feel anything at all. It's like whatever love I'd had for her was gone from my heart.
Oh, yes.
Easy, calm down.
It's a healthy-looking bird.
Why, thank you. You wouldn't believe that not so long ago, he was so injured he could barely walk.
Is that right?
Yes, he's completely better now, though. He can run like the wind, all thanks to the herb I gave him.
Must be a powerful medicine. What's it called?
Why are you so interested? Oh, you're the person who found the Angel of Valhalla, right? I think I can help you. The herb is called Yule's flower. It's a very beautiful flower that grows out east, near the ruined city.
Yule's flower, huh?
Yes, if you find one, let your chocobo graze on it. If you pick it yourself, it's not nearly as effective. Actually, speaking of that, can I ask you a favor? If you do get the Angel of Valhalla to eat some Yule's flowers, could you bring him to me afterwards?
Like I said, Chocobo Cheer is the Yost Flower picking quest. This is key to moving on.
But why?
Well, it's just that I want to check something. Well, if chocobos can learn how to speak, and if the angel is smarter than the rest...
Do you really think they can talk?
No, I'm just joking. Anyway, if you do go to the ruins in the east, be careful. There are scary monsters roaming around there.
There's three places to get Yost Flower. One is in the ruins to the east. One is here, which is in the forest area. And the other one is down to the west of the first village you came to, in the middle of the wildlands itself. But this is one of the locations. If you get all three of them, it can make your your chocobo really strong, but you only need one to complete this
Yule's
quest.
flower. They tell me this will make you strong. Here, eat it. Well, looks like it works. Nadia's the one who told me about the flower, and she's anxious to see you. Let's go to Yogd and thank her in person.
Return to Nadia. You find she's fainted.
Oh, it's all over for me. Que? Is that all you can say? Oh, darn. I guess it didn't work.
You were just pretending to be sick? Why would you do that?
Well, it's kind of an embarrassing story, but we're friends now. I used to live in XIII, but I had a big falling out with my family, and I ran away from home. Back in the city, I was treated like a princess. I just had to snap my fingers to get whatever I wanted. But that's not real living, is it? I got tired of that life. I wanted to fend for myself, survive by my own skill.
But you didn't realize just how hard that would be.
I lasted 3 whole days before I collapsed in the woods, weak from thirst. And that's when this little guy came along just in time. He must have been injured too, because he was holding a Yule's flower in his beak. I thought to myself, I'm going to die, but at least I'll have this beautiful chocobo to watch over me. But then, something even more incredible and beautiful happened. The chocobo spoke to me, as clear as I'm talking to you now. Hang in there, he said. You mustn't die. At first, all I could do was stare, but then his words began to sink in. I realized he was trying to save my life. Anyway, right after that, some villagers found me, and they nursed me back to health. But I'm sure that I wouldn't have been alive when they found me if it wasn't for my little chocobo.
You owe him your life. So that's what your little play acting was about. You thought if you could convince the chocobo that you were dying, he might start talking to you again, like he did the first time.
Yep. I was trying to recreate the scene just like it happened, with the Yule's flower in the beak and everything. And to be honest, I could do with a chocobo giving me encouragement again. Life has been getting me down. I thought if I could hear the chocobo talk again, he might cheer me up like the last time. I know it's stupid. Chocobos can't talk. I guess it was just in my head that first time.
It's all right. You'll find what you're looking for.
What?
Don't turn around. You're searching for meaning to your life, and you're going to find it. I know you will. In fact, maybe you already have, if you really, really think about it. Sometimes you lose your way. Sometimes the going gets so steep you fall, but the path is always there in front of you. You just have to keep going.
Yes, you're right. It is there, and I
Oh.
do see it.
You mean can't. I see the boy behind that.
Yes, what do you want?
I heard the chocobo talk. You're going to find it. I know you will. That was a clever trick you pulled, young man.
Young man, I'm a girl.
You are? Sorry, I didn't realize.
Good grief, everyone's the same. No one ever looks at me. It's like when I helped Nadia. The first time, I mean. She saw the chocobo, but she didn't see me on its back.
Aha. So that's what happened. It was you who spoke to her. She was half dead and delirious, so she thought it was the chocobo.
She's read way too many fairy tales, but I guess it was kind of good it happened that way. Thanks to that, she wanted to go on living. So you can't tell Nadia the truth, okay?
Okay, agreed. What you did was good, pretending to be a chocobo and saying those things to her. She needed that. Wise words. Sometimes the going gets so steep you fall.
Huh? I didn't say anything like that. What does it even mean? I just told her it's all right, or something like that.
Wait, really? You didn't give a little speech?
No, weird. Maybe you both imagined it.
Oh well.
Who's that child?
That was weird, creepy. Anyway, like I said, the other two Yule flowers are on other areas of the map. If you go to the west of Dr. Drizel's village, you'll come across, well, southwest. You'll come across Arias village even. And here, in this crevice to a western side, more or less, there's a wee dip, and you can see the glowing light. That's Yule's flower, and that's your second Yule's flower.
Yule's flower. What is it? You're getting better. Good.
I'm glad you could help the chocobo. Well done, Light. So, what do you say? Why don't you saddle up and head for Rocky Crag?
Right. I need to know more about what's behind the...
In the foothills near the temple is an isolated settlement called Polta. It's inhabited by disciples of the goddess Etro.
A whole village of heretics who've turned their backs on the Order.
Heretics they may be, but they aren't fanatics. They fled from persecution in the city. They only want to be left alone.
Then, I don't think they'll appreciate a stranger dropping by.
Well, you won't know until you go. Polta lies at the edge of Rocky Crag.
So go to Poltai. Poltai will be the place to go to. You meet this headman who will sit and talk about strange powers and mysticism. But the reason why you're in this village is to actually meet with the people and get into the temple itself.
One day we shall leave our corporeal bodies.
It's kind of a mini quest, the healing the chocobo. Once you've healed the chocobo successfully, you'll get to the main part of the story, which is Poltai. And you get in Poltai is in the edge of a temple you'll find, and inside the temple will be your main quest boss. What's causing all the chaos. The chaos is getting surrounded inside the temple itself. And this is the story this is a link leading up to that. As the temple itself, we'll be talking about the temple itself in the next video, but let's give you a rundown of actually what's happening.
Tell me, do you know of the Grail of Valhalla? It is a most holy treasure that lies hidden somewhere within the temple of Valhalla.
And why are you asking me?
Because I sense that you may have been touched by the chaos, which means you may have some kind of connection to the vessel. It is filled with the divine grace of the goddess herself.
Vessel? So this grail, is it like a flask or a casket?
No one has laid eyes upon it. But if you are indeed the chosen one, spoken of in the legends, then the angel will take you to the temple, and there you may set eyes upon it.
So Bruce Layton gives you a side quest to Prayer of Valhalla. This side quest, if you do it, you collect 2 items from the goddess glyph, and another one, the goddess chaos glyph as well. Both of these glyphs will allow you to translate writing.
Is that the Angel of Legends? The White Chocobo! I am one of the believers, awaiting the world's end. And you are the bringer of the end. That creature with feathers of white will lead you toward your destined path. Now is the time. You must make your way to the temple. I will stand right here, praying for your safety and for your soul.
It's important to pick up that quest beforehand, because you need to go in the temple and find these 2 things while you're in here looking for Caius.
I am one. That creature. Now is the time.
To reach the temple, you have to follow the route from Polta.
So, it's time for flying lessons. Once you've got your chocobo at full strength, you should be able to fly the chasm. That's the whole leap of faith coming up here. Then hold the button and you fly. You don't do it right, you have to go all the way back up again, but generally it's a wee flying routine. As you can see there, I'm just doing that, trying to get practice. Everyone remembers how the chocobos can float. The only downside of this is the fact that this thing doesn't really run, and that's something I've seen before. You know, you lose your running ability on this chocobo, it doesn't actually run. Sort of struts. Right again. This time, yep, that's it. You see that in the wall? That's the writing I'm talking about. I'll allow you to translate it using the 2 great fragments, the chaos one and the glyph. But you have to collect both from inside the temple. They're right in the middle of the temple, it's not as if you can get them easily. If you do miss them out, you can go back into the temple afterwards. The temple will still be accessible, even if after the quest is done, should you want to go back and do it. It's a lot of running around.
Look at the angel soar!
And completely getting across the chasm, you get immediately a quest complete. So just by doing the actual mission itself. More savior rewards.
Your mission was to bring me here, to the gates of this temple, and you've completed that task. From here on in, I go it alone. What happens next is the Savior's job.
The Temple of the Goddess. It was not originally a part of this world, but was left here when Valhalla fell. Legends tell us that the great chaos sleeps within this temple's walls. It would most likely refer to the power that has destroyed this world.
The unseen chaos that has torn the world apart, and it was unleashed by one man.
This takes you back to kind of lashings of Final Fantasy where you were before.
Only I could have stopped earlier, but I didn't.
This takes you Final Fantasy, the original one, when Lightning was abducted by the unseen chaos and taken to Valhalla, where you had to fight chaos and whatnot. So it sort of links the story up again. And your old nemesis is in here, in the unseen chaos, so this is exactly who you have to beat.
Is someone manipulating the chaos somehow? Or does it actually have a will of its own? The chaos in that temple...
At least you a lingers side effect where you start losing energy as you stay in here. Your HP will slowly, steadily go down as you travel through this area, so it's quite dangerous, and if you do fight anything inside here, you're risking further loss to your HP level. So make sure you're all plenty stocked up with potions and whatnot before you reach this key point. Well, you guessed it. You get another cutscene. And get interrupted by your favourite duo, Lumina. And you soon find out Caius as well.
What are you trying to do? There are no souls here for you to save. Just dead people waiting for the end to come.
I knew it.
You know nothing. You don't know what this place is. But I do.
It's a graveyard for the living dead. No one here seeks your salvation. We seek only oblivion.
So, we meet again, Caius Ballad.
It's been a while, woman who would be goddess. But you are no goddess now. You are a hunter of souls.
I thought you'd be dead by now.
Ah, death. Were it so. But they won't let me die. Instead, I must haunt these halls, a corpse living a life bereft of meaning. Savior, the temple of the goddess has become a shrine to chaos, a place for the dead, a world where the living dare not tread. But if they do, they must be ready to face the dead.
Hey! When you're inside this temple, you're going to lose your powers. You don't belong here. You should leave while you can.
Are you giving me safety tips? That's not like you.
So, you're, going after him. You must really hate him. Though I guess he did destroy the world, right?
She's a real star, isn't she? You'll find that Caius has cursed you And that cursing effect, like I said just 2 minutes ago, will make you lose HP steadily.
How far down am I? Can you tell?
You seem to be on the lowest level of
This is the collapsed Temple of Valhalla. Back when you killed Caius the first time, not the second or third time, the Valhalla collapsed, and this is exactly where it fell to. And you had the final battle at the end of the Final Fantasy original 13 game. So you have to once again climb through the ruins all the way to the top of the temple and have that final face-off with Caius. But like I said, that's for another time. What we'll do is we'll wrap up this story here, and we'll catch you next week, and you'll get to see the conclusion to this side of the quest. It's been DJ Royster with Final Fantasy XIII Part 3. The story so far.
Just because you can't
Catch you next time.
doesn't mean there's nothing lurking inside. In this chaos, I wouldn't trust your sensors to tell you what's going on.